Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome to Pretty Lies and Alibis. Join us as we seek the truth and travel the long road to justice. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi Fruit Loop. What you know? Your mic is muted.
Look, I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't know nothing because you can't hear me. Did you know?
Are you giving me the silent treatment?
That's Kung Fu Theater. Did you know that cotton candy was invented by a dentist?
Yeah, because he was smart. He knew he would get a lot of new clients.
Exactly.
Well, Fruit Loop, we just got done with our live.
Yeah, to celebrate our 1,000th episode.
1,000th download. We've had a million.
What I say, episode.
It's kind of the same, but we've had 1 million downloads on this podcast. We just want to thank everybody who listens to us and shares our podcast. We just don't really know what else to say other than a big thank you.
Yeah. So if you missed it, go back and check it out. It's like 50 minutes of us talking about nothing.
Yeah. So it's on YouTube. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't subscribe on YouTube, go in there and subscribe to our channel. You can hit the little bell to get updates when we post new content.
Ding,
we
ding.
We have 2 more episodes of this Barry Morphew affidavit, then we're done.
Yep.
Tomorrow, we're going to start covering the Curtis Reeves trial. This is the retired police captain who shot and killed a fellow moviegoer 8 years ago, just now going to trial, which is insane.
Yeah.
Jury was seated today. We're going to start that tomorrow. Before we get started, real quick shout out to our sponsor, Too Cool T-Shirts. You can go to toocooltshirtquilts.com/pretty lies and alibis. Check out T-shirt quilts, pillows, all kinds of stuff. We are having a new giveaway at the end of this month, another live. Our goal is to do a virtual breakout room and have our listeners help. So we'll have more information coming up on that where you can win a pillow. So Fruit Loop, what can they do?
They can take your t-shirts and make them into a quilt that is too cool.
Yes. So can we just acknowledge the fact that for 5 episodes of this case, we have been pronouncing Salida wrong?
Yeah, we've been saying Salida.
Well, sorry, y'all. But yeah, you know us. We butcher names all the time. And if you have any doubts about that, just remember Pro Hoc Vice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. So we're going to March the 10th. This is an interview with Barry and the FBI. So he says Suzanne might be in the river. And he said if he had disposed of her between Salida and Broomfield, they would have found evidence on his truck. He acknowledges the stripped bed in Mallory's room and the tranquilizer dart evidence make him look bad. I think, one thing you notice with him is every time they interview him, he always acknowledges the evidence makes him look bad. So Barry asks about his gun scopes, and the agents told him they could remove the scopes from the rifles, but if Barry is cleared, he could have all of his stuff back. He said he's answered every question and wants this to be over. He said the agents being at his workplace makes him uncomfortable, and Grusing and Barry don't return. Grusing said Barry does not return calls or texts. But Barry said the reason is because the investigators, Joe and Derek, turned on him. Barry said Suzanne told her friend Sheila that things have turned her against. I'm sorry, let me just start that over. Barry says Suzanne told her friend Sheila things that have turned her against him, and he thought Sheila would tell Suzanne that marriage is for life. Barry said he told Suzanne when they got married that he was a godly man and she better make sure she wanted him because it's for life. Barry says he doesn't understand saying Suzanne is a good woman, but you guys probably think she's a piece of crap. Now that was kind of a bold statement to me, telling the FBI agents, you probably think she's a piece of crap because she had an affair. The agents say they don't think that, and Barry says she's as good as they come, and he doesn't understand what got her to this point. He said they had a great night Saturday grilling steaks, had sex, went to sleep. He doesn't know if he stayed up and texted or went somewhere, or if she stayed up texting or went somewhere. Barry talks about the second Valentine's Day in a row she met her boyfriend and told him she was meeting her dad. Barry said he went to Florida and they had an amazing time. They were having sex 3 times a day and she was romantic with him and gave him a beautiful card. Barry said Suzanne must not have been in her right mind to be in love with another man and treat Barry like she still loved him. Harris told Barry that Suzanne's life with her lover seemed to be more true life than her life with Barry. They don't doubt Barry and Suzanne were still being intimate, but they say it was more placating Barry than anything. Agents told Barry Suzanne felt she had to have sex with him at times.
So Barry asked what the relationship of Jeff's was with his wife and asked if the wife was ugly, and Grusing said she is not. He again asked for more information about her lover, but agents tell him he isn't cleared as a suspect and he would need to be before knowing these things and getting his guns back. Barry said he agrees, but not one gun of his had been fired for months, except the chipmunk gun, and he says he fired it since Suzanne went missing. When asked when he thought it would be okay to stop searching for Suzanne, Barry said never. They asked why he stopped searching, and he said he did for 3 to 5 months, but felt she was gone, that somebody took her and left the area. She said 5 months later he thought to himself, she's in the river. That's what Barry thought, right?
Yeah, sorry, I put she instead of he.
No, that's okay.
My bad. I was distracted, probably by Sherlock.
No. So Barry said he searched every mine shaft in the area. He lists the ones that are open in the area. He said the first day he was certain a mountain lion got her because he has been hunting one lion for 2 years, studying his patterns. Barry said the lion could have carried Suzanne to the very top of the mountain, and said he looked there first because he had seen a TV show where a mountain lion dragged someone up a mountain. Barry said lions go for the neck. With that whole deal, there's no blood.
Right, exactly. No proof at all.
And Barry said that mountain lions don't eat clothing, so some should have been found. Okay, there's your evidence there, bud. So he says he thinks she just left. Money's gone, and thinks something went wrong because she would never leave the girls. The agents asked him where she would go if not to her lover, and he said she would say, I'm going to disappear and see what happens and try to start my life. He said there's no way Suzanne cares more about her lover than her girls. He then says he thought she was in the river, but search and rescue assured him she was not. He talks about using the excavator from work to tear down a beaver dam, but he would need a huge one due to the number of trees. Barry talks about investigators digging up his work site to look for her when she could be in the beaver dam. He says he doesn't know why they spent $140,000 to dig up his job site when they could have used that money to clean the river to look for her.
Look, I'm going to say this. Whatever he did with her, he did it well. Now it's time to feature our paid advertisers for this week. First up is Care Of.
With this busy start of the holidays and the new year behind us, I think it's important to reprioritize ourselves. So I know here when the days are short because of the time change and it's cold outside, trying to focus on your health and finding a routine that works for us should be put up to the forefront. I know it's hard to remember that with busy schedules. I know we get that way, trying to get all our podcast in and family stuff and everything. So at least I know it's hard for me at times to put my health first. So staying on track with my health goals, thanks to Care Of's daily packs that make taking your vitamins easy to stick with every day.
That's right, Fruit Loop. Care of is a subscription-based service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. To start getting the subscription, visit Care of's website and take a short, in-depth quiz about your health goals and lifestyle and get personally tailored recommendations based on your answers. You can stick with what Care of recommends or change up your pack at any time.
So I've taken the quiz and I was really impressed by the layout of their website. I took the quiz in less than 5 minutes. It gave me a list of vitamins that were tailored to me and my health goals. So throughout the quiz, it would ask specific questions about health goals, and then it asked specialized questions to better understand your personal goals. The plan that is provided at the end of the quiz is detailed and easy to look at to determine what you want to include in your vitamin pack. What is cool is that you can retake the Care of quiz as your goals and needs change. That was important for me. 6 months down the road, can you change something up? So its recommendations evolve based on your answers.
And Care of's products are made from good for you, clean ingredients that are backed by the latest science and research so you can feel good about what you're putting in your body. The Care of personalized packs are awesome too. Care of really has made picking your vitamins and getting a healthy routine fun and easy.
So Care of is providing an awesome promo for all our Pretty Lies and Alibis listeners. So for 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code whattheworld50. Again, for 50% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code whattheworld50.
HelloFresh is our next paid advertiser for this week. And with HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit.
Gigi, I tell you, I did a full week order with HelloFresh last week. And when it came, it was like Christmas morning all over again. I got some incredible recipes, and what I love is that HelloFresh provides everything you need. The recipe is simply to understand, and the ingredients are provided in your box. Not to mention, the packages are really organized, and their branding is neat and appealing. Dude,
Yeah,
the
I love it.
burgers, out of this world. My favorite by far.
Yeah. I've tried out a lot of recipes because I subscribed. My kids love it. They think I'm a rock star in the kitchen now. The recipes are family friendly. Even for picky eaters, I have 3 of those. HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal of the same quality. And you can save on average $85 per month when you order HelloFresh instead of grocery shopping. That's money right back in your pocket.
So HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week, including veggie, fit and wholesome, family friendly, and gourmet options, which provides a variety. I have several new recipes to try out this week, and I'm so excited. HelloFresh saves me time, provides a change in my normal cooking routine, and gives me what the world good food weekly. Y'all heard
If
that. What the world good food.
if you haven't tried HelloFresh, you've got to try it out. You won't regret it. Go to HelloFresh.com/whattheworld16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Try out America's #1 meal kit. That's HelloFresh.com/whattheworld16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts.
Did you miss your deadline to renew your Medicaid coverage? You can still send your completed annual review form to Healthy Connections Medicaid. You may be assigned to another health plan, but you can ask to come back to First Choice within 60 days of renewed Medicaid eligibility. It's your family. It's your choice. First Choice is the right choice. Renew and choose us. Visit selecthealthofsc.com/renew to learn more.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And that's not something I like to say, but they have not found her as of right now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big thing working against them at trial, I'm afraid. So Barry again says if he disposed of her between Salida and Broomfield, they would have found evidence in the truck. And he says they haven't because it doesn't exist. He also said it was a coincidence that Mallory's bed sheets were off, and he didn't know that until after Suzanne went missing. He said all of a sudden people are saying that's where he did it, and he knows it makes him look bad. He always says that. He says he doesn't understand how this is still going on after 9 months. And Grusing said the odd thing about the sheets is that a tranquilizer dart had been fired in or around the house. And Barry admits that he shot those, but he doesn't want to get in trouble with the DNR, saying he did that to get the horns off of these deer. He said that's why he didn't share about shooting chipmunks with a trank gun, because he thought he would get arrested for taking deer horns. Although Barry didn't even talk about the chipmunks until 9 months later. And that's what the agent said when he explained that their problem is that Barry's story changed based on the evidence they were sharing with him.
Yeah.
So Barry says the sheets make him look bad, and the agent asked why. And Barry said it looks like he did something to her there and ripped the sheets off to remove blood evidence. He also said he has dumped trash in dumpsters his entire life, and whatever they need to do to finish all this up to clear him, he says he needs it over with so he can move on. He said learning of her affair broke him, and he won't ever get over that, but it would allow him to move on. And he said if she were to return, she doesn't want to be with him, so why would he put all of his love into a relationship that she doesn't want? Barry said this is no way to live, and he can't believe Suzanne is talking bad to him with Jeff, her sister, and her friends. When asked about cameras around the house, Barry said he had game cameras to watch animals and to see if someone comes in while he's out. He said the cameras were in the safe, and that Suzanne accused him of having cameras in the house. And she actually accused him of having cameras stuck in the eyes of the taxidermy deers. He said now he knows Suzanne was accusing him of an affair to justify her relationship. Grusing said she suspected Barry was having an affair way back when they were in Indiana. And he says that when she told him before to admit he was having an affair, it was like she didn't care because she had someone, and that was her attitude. In the notes, Suzanne says boyfriend, and Barry said he accused her to let her see how it felt, but he didn't think she had one. And in the notes, we're talking about the notes that Suzanne wrote and backed up to her iCloud. He wouldn't have been as surprised if it was just more of a texting and emotional affair, but with physical, he said she loves the Lord, and you have to answer to the Lord when you do things like that. Agents say they see this thing all the time in investigations, and said this was an intimate partner investigation from the very beginning.
Yeah. So Barry said he can't imagine Suzanne destroying their family because they were close and knowing their love story. He said being a workaholic, he cheated her out of what she needs emotionally. He said she was and will always be the love of his life, and he's forgiven her for what she's done to him. But he doesn't know if he could ever be with her if she came back, and he would be justified. So the agents say Suzanne talked about divorce in 2019, and Barry says he doesn't remember that and says he doesn't recall her ever saying she wanted a divorce. The agent says a friend was told by Suzanne that he wouldn't even hear it about a divorce, and Barry says he wouldn't. He said if she ever talked about it to him, he said he would have told her he wasn't discussing it because it would never happen. He said the girls saw them argue about Suzanne accusing him of having an affair, and says he called the girls in and told them their mom was accusing him of cheating. He said he needed someone on his side, that Suzanne never forgave him for that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't either, because you don't pull kids into that kind of stuff.
No.
I don't care if they're teenagers or not.
Yeah. No, that's not cool.
That's called alienation of affection. And if you're in court to get a divorce, you can get in huge trouble for that.
Yeah. So when talking about the text Suzanne sent saying, "I'm done, let's figure this out civilly," Barry said he didn't take any of that with a grain of salt, and he never thought she would sit down and say she wanted a divorce. He says he understands it now, but then he chalked it up to alcohol and drugs. He said she would have these outbursts, and then when he would come home, she would act like it never happened. and she was acting like two different people. He said he told Joe it looked bad that they had this text on Friday. He said he doesn't remember deleting any calls, but he did delete texts because he didn't want the girls to see them. They tell Barry he is free to reach out to meet whenever, and Barry said he feels he looks bad not reaching out to investigators, but he hasn't because of what everyone else is telling him. He asked if the FBI is having the sheriff keep tabs on him because he sees him driving when his agents are in town, and Grusing said they don't tell the sheriff what to do.
Boom. So they show Barry a list of dates and time his phone was put into airplane mode, and Barry said he did that so that Suzanne could not track him. He said that she would show up at his job sites in a rage, thinking he was having an affair with a client. And he said this happened when they were in Indiana, and it made him look bad in front of his clients. He said if they found out about Suzanne's affair, they would have known if he was having one. And here's my thing. I don't think anybody has come forward since she's went missing and said, yeah, maybe she had some issues because she showed up and showed her fanny at a job site. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of behavior with the alcohol and the drug accusations and this kind of stuff. Not one person other than Barry has come forward and said, I think maybe she had an addiction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they show, wait, where was I? Oh, when asked about his search history of sex sites, Barry said he doesn't watch porn, but he did look at a photo of a naked woman. But if there was a search for a woman, it wasn't him, of course. It just happened to come up on my phone.
Go figure.
Yeah. He said he can see the agents are genuine and honest, and he appreciates the work that they're doing on this. He also says, I would beg whatever you could do to clear me. And he mentioned suicide, and the agents say they think her body is close to where the bike and helmet are found. And Barry said he thought that they had planes that could detect the disturbed soil, and he asked if they did that. So when
here's a thing here.
What?
So this statement says, Barry said they had planes that could detect disturbed soil and said they didn't do that. Who said she's in the soil?
Oh, that's well, he's talking about her being in the river. That's a really good point, Fruit Loop.
If a mountain lion drug her off,
right.
You didn't dig a hole and bury her.
Yeah. He has like 3 different theories of what he thinks or he's saying happened to her. He's desperate.
Yeah.
So when mine shafts were discussed, agents noticed that Barry shifted in his chair. So he suggested someone took Suzanne or a hit and run or a mountain lion. The last 2, there's been zero evidence of that. Zero. From the very beginning on the body cam footage, when they find her bike, the agent says this looks staged.
Yeah. They're reading his body language.
Yeah, they're not stupid.
That's why he doesn't want to meet with them.
This is the FBI.
Yeah, it's easy to hide body language over the phone.
For sure. They know what they're doing. So we're going to stop here. This is kind of a short one. We have one more episode to go to finish this up. We probably will not get that in tomorrow. We're going to start this Curtis Reeves trial. So at some point, we will throw this last one in, not too long from now, so that we can wrap it up. But again, if you didn't catch the live, you can go rewatch it on YouTube. It's on all of our social media. And we appreciate those of you that did make it. And we appreciate those of you who are going to watch later.
Yeah, there's a cool little video on there.
Yes, and it about made me cry. And it's just kind of like, watching your baby grow up.
Yep.
So, all right, guys, we appreciate every one of you. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. We will see you tomorrow.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.